And even if you watch yourself deteriorating, have hope and call out to Allah, believing that He can create the miracle. Because even if you die as a result, and even if you were getting worse, the hope alone is an act of worship. The fact that you believed Allah could cure you, He will say, I knew you were going to die, but you believed in me so strongly. For you is paradise, no reckoning, eternal bliss, highest rank. You're going to say to yourself, I wish I was ill a little bit longer and had a bit more hope. What are you struggling with? Cancer. May Allah cure you. What have the doctors said? 6 days, 6 weeks to live. I know someone and many people who are living years on. But you still got to die somewhere without the cancer. So when we say, may Allah cure you, ultimately I got to go. I got to go. You got to go. It's just when you go, how do you want to go? Very important question. Would you like to go when you're done with a life of say 80 years or so, between 80 and 100? People say, yeah, that sounds good. You want a healthy life, right? Yeah, that sounds good. You got to watch how you eat then. You got to exercise every day. You got to be disciplined, and you got to sleep at night. Put your phone aside. And I'm honest. I'm dead serious with what I just said now. If Allah wants to take you, He'll take you before, even if you're healthy. And if He wants, He can keep you for longer, even if you're unhealthy. But say you want to live for so many years, then what? Is it better to go after a nice long life, or is it better to go whenever Allah is pleased with you, even if you're 18? Tough one, right? Say, well, okay, I know that Allah should be pleased with me, then I should go, but let's make it a little bit more than 18. Come on, 18, I'm young, I'm not even married yet. I remember when I was young, we were little boys. In fact, one of the guys sitting here, I don't know where he is right now, Siraj. We were in school together for 7 years. I went to pick him up from his home. He said, I'm here, I'm going to take you to this event, let's go. And we were little boys, and we're thinking, do you think we'll die before we ever get married? Come on, what a question. See the guys smiling. I think you guys are not married yet, yeah? Inshallah you will. Look at us today, we are grandfathers. Allah, I've got 4 grandchildren. Subhanallah. So my brothers and sisters, the point is, would you like a long life or would you like the happiness of Allah? A true answer is we'd like a bit of both, inshallah. Right? It's fair. I'd like to lead a life where Allah's pleased with me. I'm going to try my best, inshallah. And at the same time, I want to see at least my children settle a little bit. You know, it's good to see, especially a lot of us want to see our kids, our sons and daughters, perhaps, you know, the fact that they settled a bit in life. But do you know the disease? By default, you see all your children, say you've got 4 kids and they're all married now. Now what do you want life for? Quickly say it. Grandkids. And then what do you want? Now you can play. I've played with my grandkids. Oh, they call you a nani or a dadi or jaddo or jiddo or whatever it might be. It's fine. Can I tell you what? Then you want to see them grow older. Then you want to see them getting married. Where does it stop? When they get married, you say, my grandchild's going to be having, inshallah, they're expecting a baby. And you're saying, oh Allah, let me at least see the baby and go where? You're going to see the baby and then you're going to tell the angel, I saw the baby. Khalas. I mean, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You're going to see the baby, then you're going to want to see the baby grow, and it doesn't stop. So Allah says, we'll stop it where we want to stop it. So make a dua. Oh Allah, give me a good, healthy life where you keep me within your obedience, content, and take me away when you know it's the best time for me to go and you're pleased with me. Allahu Akbar. Long dua. Say Ameen. May Allah grant us goodness. And I want to end tonight's talk because it's already 10 o'clock. I spoke for 45 minutes. Thanks for telling me 30 because I didn't listen. I mean, people have come from far and wide. They wanted to hear a talk, right? Yeah. And tomorrow's a Sunday. And Fajr there's still a bit of a while for Fajr. You see, Allahu Akbar. Tonight we spoke about forgiveness. Seeking the forgiveness of Allah and learning to forgive one another and navigating through tough relations and the reward that you get when you bear patience. The reward that you get when you understand the decree of Allah. Call out to Allah with conviction, even if it's not coming. You know, people at the moment in a war zone, say for example Lebanon, say for example Palestine, right now, imagine what they are going through. Imagine what is happening. They are being randomly destroyed, buildings coming down with hundreds, you don't even know how many people. Do you know when they say 40 dead, do you know how they count? Go and find out how they count. Only a body you've retrieved is allowed to be counted. That's it. So when they say 400, there's 400 bodies they found. What about the 4,000 they haven't even had a trace of because they dissolved or disappeared or evaporated? because of weapons you're not allowed to use as a human being, like white phosphorus and so on. Can you imagine what type of dua they're going to be making? What type of hope or hopelessness? That is a tough one. May Allah strengthen them, grant them the highest ranks of Jannah. And may Allah make it easy for them. Imagine a dua, and you see what's happening in front of you, behind you, on the side, and people are justifying it, and people are laughing at it. And here we are, and we don't even know, where do you go? The ummah, I am helpless. No matter what you do, you have not done enough. No matter what I do, it will never be enough. It needs to stop. Are you a human? Those are cousins, Ismail and Ishaq. Those are brothers. Imagine where it's gone down to. Imagine if they were around to watch what's happening. Ibrahim alayhi salam. Imagine what would have happened. May Allah Almighty grant us forgiveness. So the conviction with which they would say, oh Allah, protect us, oh Allah, grant us. And they are saying, oh Allah, we know you will protect. And next thing, something happens and boom, they disappeared. Gone. Martyred. Allah says, because of the conviction with which you called out to us, we grant you the highest of ranks. There was conviction. We knew this was the time you had to go, and we knew that this was the way you had to go in order for you to get to where you ultimately had to go for the eternal bliss that would last forever and ever and ever. Subhanallah. Eternal bliss. So if I suffered in this world a bit or a lot, but I have eternal bliss, am I not better than a person who did not suffer at all, and then they have no eternal bliss? They suffer in the hereafter. I am a human. I want to be reasonable. I want goodness here and goodness there. Allah knows this. That's why the dua that is taught to us in Surah Al-Baqarah, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. Oh Allah, we want goodness here, we want goodness there. I need a Ferrari here, and I need, what do I want there? What? Ferrari there? There's no Ferraris in Jannah, sorry man. It's too crappy a car to be in Jannah, man. Allahu Akbar. Sorry, say it again. Can I tell you, if you had to have a Ferrari in paradise, you wouldn't want it. It doesn't qualify. The hadith says, you only get that which you didn't even imagine, because it's out of your imagination. That's it. If you've imagined something, it is not there, according to how you imagined it. It can't be there. It's not, your imagination, your mind and your brain is not even full, in the sense that it is flawed. When Allah gives you the perfect mind and brain, there in the hereafter, or whatever He's going to give you in terms of that, you will then realize that, you know what, whatever was in this world was actually a deception. Imagine they gave it value, subhanallah. When you came onto the earth, you came with nothing. When you're going to go with nothing. Whatever you found here is just a joke, man. It's just a joke. And we get excited and we get happy. But mashallah, may Allah grant us Jannah. I'm convinced by the will of Allah that He will have mercy on us. I don't believe, and I think we can all say this for ourselves, I don't believe we're evil. I think there's goodness in us. There's kindness. Look at us this evening. How much did we give and donate? Even those who were unable to. I'm sure there was a dua. I'm sure, the fact that we've gathered here to hear a good word and so on, it's already a sign. There's goodness in the heart. Don't be too hard on yourself to make yourself think that I'm a little Satan. No, you're not. You're a good person. You have goodness in you. Build it. Work on it. Inshallah, you'll grow slowly, slowly and surely. You become better and better, such that the day you meet with Allah, you will be on your best. And Allah will forgive you, and He will give you Jannah by His mercy. Yes, we are concerned, we are worried, we do fear the punishment of Allah. But as I said in the past, the fear of Allah is more fearing Him. A fear that is born out of love. You want me to quickly explain that? Fear Allah. People say Allah is most loving, most kind and so on. So why should I be scared of Him? Why should I fear Allah when He's so loving, so kind, so merciful? I remember on TikTok, I was scrolling and I saw someone say, don't tell me to do this. Allah will understand. Allah will understand. Allah. That's a statement that you can't say. If you're saying it in order to get away with halal and haram, then you have a problem. If you want to get away with something haram that you've done, and you're saying, don't worry, Allah will understand, then you have a problem. But if you're saying it when you're seeking forgiveness and you have a human weakness and so on, then it's something that, inshallah, we hope Allah will forgive. So what is the meaning of the term fear that is born out of love? Quickly. If you love someone so much, so dearly, think of someone in your mind whom you love so dearly, right? You got someone in your mind? Halal or haram? Halal, that's the way, yeah. We got simply nikah here, by the way. Okay, think of someone you love so dearly, right? Would you ever do something that would destroy the relation or make them upset or anger them? Would you? You wouldn't want to. What does that mean? You are scared of doing something that would anger them. Exactly, Allah, I love him so much that I'm scared, I fear doing something that might anger him. In the case of Allah, Allah doesn't get hurt. He's not hurt. No ways. Hurt is for human beings. But what is meant here is it's going to cause a rift in the relationship between you and that person. In the case of Allah, it will cause a rift in the relationship between you and Allah. More so on your side. So this is what is meant by saying, when you say fear Allah, what you mean is you need to love Allah so much that you would not do what you're doing because you love Him. Now do you understand what is meant by a fear that is born out of love? And that's how we fear Allah, fear the punishment of Allah and so on. May Allah grant us goodness. I've spoken so much, but inshallah I'm going to be coming back to Birmingham inshallah.